NieR Automata is an experience. Going through my daily YouTube doom scrolling, I got recommended this older video while I was playing Automata and thought, I wonder if anyone's speedrun 100% of this. And unfortunately, they have. On normal mode. While 7 lunatics have run and optimized the full game pretty thoroughly, no one has been insane enough to do it on any other difficulty. And I wanted to cement my legacy at the top of this run, consisting of 60 side quests, 61 archives, 186 enemies, 18 tutorials, 160 weapon stories, 17 pod programs, 11 picture books, 7 novels, 26 endings, and 41 fish. Where was I? The only way I can ensure my top spot is by doing something so stupid no one else would try it. I would be doing this entire run on very hard mode. This makes it so that every attack will one-shot me. Stray bullet from off screen, one shot. First enemy in the game, one shot. Random baby? Nah, not that one. The longest time for 100% normal mode was 21.5 hours, and I thought, that's not so bad, I could do that. Oh no.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death.
We begin the run flying in, where we were introduced to some android allies. This will be a recurring theme throughout this entire game. There's not too much speedrunning you can do in this part. Just point and shoot at some enemies and it works out. Well, this would be my first time not only 100% speedrunning, but speedrunning any game for that matter. I didn't go in completely unprepared. I did some research. If you hold dash as you heavy attack, the game gives the damage multiplier it would normally only give to the first tick of damage to every tick. This is called damage glitch and will be crucial for this run. This, in addition to constant pod fire, leads to the first boss going down without much pain. After a couple of close calls in the next area, you reach one of the few skips I knew how to do in this run. Normally, you have to go through a couple of areas and lots of enemies to progress, but we can do a little bit of this. And ignore all of that. After another arena, we reach the end of the prologue. This culminates in 2 of the saw blade bosses from earlier, but timing-wise, I was doing pretty good and
Everything that lives is designed to end.
What?
Everything that lives is designed to end.
What?
Everything that...
What? Anytime you die in the prologue, you get reset back to the very beginning. And once again, on very hard mode, that means 1 hit. Doesn't matter if it happens in the flight unit, the final boss, even a stray bullet from a level 1 enemy. You're hearing 2B's monologue every single time, and you can't skip it. I can't put into words how much I suffered in this prologue, but I can put it into video.
Oh, fuck! I tried dodging.
There's no way.
Ah, fuck! What?
I was so far away.
What? Fuck! Ah! Why? One more. Yes! Yes!
That only took 4 hours. Ignoring the 2.5 hour time jump, I'll explain that later. What was my plan going forward? May I introduce to you the humble Excel sheet? The current normal mode record holder routed every single thing you needed to do for this run. The rules of this run are pretty simple. Get all of these trackers to 100%. All I would have to do is follow all 1,000 rows and I would be fine. How many rows did I get done in the past 4 hours? Distracting myself from the colossal waste of time of the prologue, I found pods B and C, unlocking lasers and missiles, got some unit data, and fought Adam. If I wasn't stupid, this fight could have taken 5 minutes, but I'm not. So after 30 minutes of cheesing him with missiles, we head to the next boss that I was actually able to do second try and get done in just 10 minutes. After defeating Beauvoir in another mysterious 1 hour time skip, I went to Pascal's village,
This is awesome.
started some more side quests, and looted some materials on the way to the next main story missions. After defeating another 2 angles and a big hole opening up in the ground, I tried to skip the next story mission with a glitch, but it didn't work, so I was going to have to go in the old-fashioned way. This was a mistake. This fight against Adam and Eve is a scripted event where you just need to survive for 2 minutes. Unfortunately for me, my glass bones meant that even stray attacks from 9S and Adam in the background would kill me. I had to bring Eve to the opposite side of the area, while also backing up far enough away to avoid his melee attacks, but not so far away that his ranged attacks would get me. Well, this only ended up taking me 20 minutes. Every attempt required 100% of my focus, and 10 hours of running this game was starting to take a toll on me.
Dude, like, what the fuck?
After getting lucky enough to get past them, I did Jackass's quest, yes that's her name, and started Father Servo's questline where I abused another glitch crucial for this run, slow-mo. Whenever you charge your pod program, time will slow down momentarily. If you cancel this charge with pod fire when the slow-mo is ending, you can repeatedly charge and cancel, letting you more easily avoid enemy attacks while you melt them with the damage glitch. Before the Father Servo fight though, I was supposed to destroy all warped wires I was carrying to spawn an enhanced version of an enemy. I completely forgot to do this, so I only found the normal version. I decided to not try and find it here and just get it later. I'm sure this would not have extreme unintended consequences for future me. I wanted some consequences now though, so it was time for another story mission. We needed to head to the Forest Kingdom and find their king. Making my way through this fixed camera castle was nauseating, but relatively easy since I could skip most of the enemies in the area. This would be cut short with arguably the hardest boss in the entire run, A2. Most of the enemies in the game, even Adam and Eve, have attacks that are easy to avoid. A2 does not fall into that category.
Dude, A2 is so strong.
For editing purposes, I turned off dialogue and music volume during the run, so every attempt was spent sounding like this. And I'm thankful I did, otherwise for the next 90 minutes, this is what it would sound like.
Alert. This unit is
For 40 minutes, I barely did anything to A2. It got so bad I nearly threw in the towel then and there.
Dude, everything hurts.
But for just one attempt, I could see through her. It felt like I was immortal.
Fuck! Oh, I'm actually a little angry now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna fucking quit if I didn't get like a decent bit of progress. And I'm kind of mad now because now I can't quit. Not when I know I can fucking do this now.
After suffering for another 40 minutes, I came to a few key discoveries that led to my victory. The first was abusing the taunt mechanic. If you rapidly turn on and off your pod's light on an enemy, they go full Looney Tunes and deal 50% more damage, but this has the bonus of making them take 50% more damage as well. Since I die in one hit, this is only a positive for me. The second, and arguably more important technique, was using a large melee and ranged attack up item. This would double my damage for 30 seconds. These two changes let me deal 200% more damage to A2 and let me finally beat her around the 13.5 hour mark.
Oh my god, it's done! It's done! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Oh my god, let's go! Let's fucking go.
I was on top of the world. I rode that second wind to get some more enemy unit data and complete some side quests. Nothing could stop me. I was going to finish this run.
Dude, honestly, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I don't think this will be that entertaining of a video.
Tomorrow. I was going to finish this run tomorrow. After a good night's rest, I wasn't feeling like death anymore, so I could barely finish up this escort quest that made me rage quit. This is also a good point to explain what those previous time skips were. From what I explained earlier, to 100% the game, I need to get all of these trackers to 100%. One of the most boring ones is the fishing encyclopedia. There are 41 fishable items in this game, with drop rates varying from 38% to less than 1%. After the shit show that was the prologue, it was nice to slow down and just fish. But after 2 hours of hearing only running water, it started to get old pretty fast.
Oh man, this is... If I ever need to torture somebody in prison, I think I'll make them fish in NieR Automata. I think that's what I'll make them do. But I remove the ability to see 2B, okay? Okay? I know that's insane. I know that's pretty much worse than waterboarding.
Yoko Taro must have heard my complaints though, since right after that, this happened.
Oh my god! Oh my god, we're done! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh, we're done! It's right when I start mentioning it. Woohoo!
Jumping forward in time, I fished for another 40 minutes. The next few hours were spent doing the last side quest in this part of the game. The first was to hunt down some deserter androids and getting PTSD about A2 from their attacks. Next was starting Emil's memories by finding lunar tears scattered around the map. Finally was doing the next fight in Father Servo's questline and racing against this machine. These quests are usually harder, but abusing pod slow-mo made them easy. The next main story quest to do was this fight against Groon. I remember this fight being a lot harder than it was, but 30 minutes later we were moving to the copied city to fight Adam again. I really can't overstate how busted those double damage items are with damage glitch, so here's Adam's health during the fight from 3 attacks. After that, we interrupted a mega church's service, killed their pastor, got amnesia, and killed him again. Then I fought their pet worm.
What the fuck is this?
20 minutes of cheesing a fight later,
Over here, you fucking bitch.
I killed Eve, skipped a sad cutscene, and got ending A. Moving on to Route B, we start in the prologue where one hit is a reset again, but this time there are sporadic checkpoints spread around making it nowhere near as bad as 2B's. This one only took me half an hour compared to 4 hours in 2B's. Route B is nearly identical story-wise to Route A, but this time from the perspective of 9S with some additional reveals throughout. After fighting Adam and Beauvoir again, all I did for the next 5 hours was collect some more unit data, weapons, and more side quests. 9S's gameplay differs from 2B's in that you gain the ability to hack enemies, which can chunk a pretty significant amount of their health. This let me beat A2 in a third of the time compared to Route A. A painful 90 minutes of fishing later.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
I was on row 491 of 1,000, almost halfway done. It's only been 27 hours. I was already being abused by aquatic creatures for the past couple of hours, and now it was time for the land animals to beat my ass. This next quest is about some boars and an animal machine that have terrorized the forest through gang warfare. The rival gang wants to put a stop to this by putting a cap in their ass. I'm not one to get involved in politics, but COD 153 is more than willing to up the switch. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't want to have to run around avoiding all the boars all of the time, so I popped a ranged double damage buff and got to work culling their numbers. This worked well for all of about 2 minutes until I got too bored and got gored by a boar. I didn't get greedy during the next attempt and got to witness a boar seizure.
Now that's something.
After that, I tried cheesing the animal machines the same way, but quickly realized it would heal if I was outside the arena. Not only was I underleveled, I didn't know how to do damage glitch as 9S at this point in the run, so the damage I could do was rather limited. If you're asking, why aren't you hacking the machine? I'm wondering the same thing. My best guess is the sleep deprivation and the inability to hack the boars made me forget I had that ability, so I died a couple more times before finally cooking his ass. After upgrading some weapons, it was back to being fucked by the luck of the sea. Or I guess luck of the ravine? I don't know, I was being touched inappropriately by fish for another hour.
Fish, 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 fish. I'm gonna have nightmares about fish, bro. They're gonna haunt me.
Just a quick recap, here's the current progress of each of the trackers, and doing some quick math we get an overall progress of...
So, if you look at that,
The final things to do in Route B are just the same main story missions as Route A, but from 9S's perspective. So I beat Groon and then bunny hopped through the factory to save 2B. I got lucky after that and bugged out the next boss, so I didn't need to avoid his laser attacks. Like in Route A, I killed the worm, and then Eve, skipped the sad cutscene again, and got ending B. The final main story route requires us to prepare for the last all-out assault against the machines. So we prepared for the final assault before going ham as 2B. After getting EMP'd, I needed to save 2B as 9S, but my curiosity got the better of me, so I tried saving other Yorha androids as well, and failed.
Oh, fuck. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to... don't tell me I'm gonna have to kill all those bots again.
This sent me back about 20 minutes since I had to redo the going ham part as 2B.
Okay, good to know that I fucked myself there.
Good one. Blowing ourselves up with our black boxes, we spawn back in the bunker before it's revealed the machines have infiltrated our servers and hacked every Yorha android connected to the bunker. This would lead to arguably the smoothest brain moment I would have in the entire run. We need to escape the bunker and every enemy here is an android, so imagine A2s running around everywhere. Because my weapons disappeared, I thought I lost access to them and spent 5 minutes running around pod firing all the androids. I made it outside, but then this happened.
Oh my god, dude. How am I supposed to do this bit? Please don't tell me I'm gonna have to restart from in there. Please tell me it's out here. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Nope.
The next attempt I finally melee attacked and realized my weapons were still there, so with damage glitch, slow-mo, and some insane dodges, I was able to clear out the main area before making my way to the hangar. The pain wasn't over yet, since now I would be entering the hardest flight section of the entire run. Oh hey, I did it first try. Next, I would try and skip getting infected with the logic virus, but I messed up the skip and decided to try and restart so I could do the glitch properly. This was a colossal mistake.
Oh no, wait, do I have to fucking go back from the bunker every time? Please tell me no. Dude, what? Okay. Don't do that either. 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 Wait, hold on. I gotta fucking... Oh, fuck.
I don't know how I managed to get past it the first time, but because of me trying to save 5 minutes with the virus skip, I would spend an hour trying to get past the flight section again. This would not be helped as I had nothing but nightmares about this run the night before. We got the torture labyrinth tomorrow. What? We gotta get tortured for eternity tomorrow. Oh, okay. There are really two main obstacles that make this part so hard. The first is the tracers from the bullets don't really have any bearing on the hitboxes of the bullets themselves, but this can be solved by the fact you can spam dodge in the flight unit. Now class, can anyone tell me what the 25th letter of the alphabet is? Yes, Zassity?
Why?
The next problem blocks this solution. In the finale of this segment, you lose the ability to dodge. That means it's a pure gamble if you get caught between bullets, missiles, lasers, and dashing flight units, or you get an easy to avoid pattern. There were dozens of attempts where I got here, only to get trapped and sent back to the bunker. Alongside A2, this was the closest I got to quitting the entire run. But then, the light of hope arrived.
Please. Please. Oh, please. Please. I can't. Yes.
This time, I just ran through the next part with the virus infection, defeated the infected androids as A2, and then swapped to 9S where we skipped cutscene of A2 killing 2B. We're roughly at row 589 of 1,000 in the Excel spreadsheet, but I made a promise to myself at the start of the day that I would keep playing until I finished the run. With the bunker destroyed, every time I died, I would now load from my previous save rather than being able to pick up my corpse when I die, leading me to become much more risk averse from now on. Next was doing some side quests and then doing the meat box main story mission. This took me around 40 minutes to do when it should have taken me 10 minutes because I needed to fight my way to the top of the tower every time I died, and dying was very easy.
Whoa, no! Fuck! Fuck! Dude, how? Ah!
The next hour of my life was spent in near total darkness,
Fuck! Fuck!
both in real life and in game.
Oh.
I was here mostly for 3 units and a weapon. The first unit was this enhanced multi-leg long-range variant. Killing him was easy, but I also needed to grab a lore entry, but to do that I needed to pod launch to another enemy and not die in the process. Another 30 minutes of trying to get past some more enemies. I was praying for a save point when this happened.
Where does that actually lead me? Is this an elevator? Where does this take me? Because I would very much appreciate it if this took me to a save spot. Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, it does. Let's go!
Afterwards, I went to grab the Cruel Arrogance Spear.
Are you guys gonna like wake up once I grab this?
Salam alaikum, alaikum salam.
Next, I voided out until I could kill this enhanced light power Goliath and an axe-equipped enhanced small sphere. After that, I could finally see the great outdoors. I needed to farm 20 pure water for some upgrades later, as well as looking out for an enhanced thorn-equipped link sphere.
I need the enhanced version. 69, ha! Nice.
The pure water is easy enough, but I spent 20 minutes trying to get the enhanced unit to spawn before realizing I had got him ages ago.
Wait. Did I get the enhanced version? Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid, dude. I got that ages ago.
Another revelation I had from removing my plug-in chips for pure water farming was to just start stacking attack up chips.
Oh my god, why am I not just fucking stacking the shit out of these?
Even with the absolutely atrocious setup I put on, I nearly doubled my melee output, making me realize how much time I was wasting fighting enemies earlier in the run without them. Moving to the soul box nearby nearly led me to the brink of insanity.
I can't remember if there's a boss battle at the top of this, but if there is, I might get fucked. I would have to redo this entire thing over again.
The gimmick with this tower is that you need to hack some chests in order to progress, with each floor having harder hacks than the last. Normally this wouldn't be too bad of an issue since you get 3 hits before you fail a hack, but say it with me now, on very hard mode, 1 hit is a failure. So I spent forever failing the hacks before reaching the top of the tower.
Can I turn? Dude, I don't have access to my camera, are you fucking kidding me?
As you could tell from my calm demeanor, I didn't want to fail at the end again. So I tried and found out that I could leave the tower after every floor and save my progress. After figuring out damage glitches 9S, using the double damage items, and the attack up plug-in chips, pretty much every enemy in the game would now be a joke to fight. After forgetting to skip the next cutscene,
Whoops.
it was time to finally start playing as A2. The first thing, and something I had been dreading for the past 2 days, was fighting Hegel. I say that because this fight is the true epitome of a bullet hell with little to no margin of error. I got really lucky though, since I accidentally found out that A2's special ability, Berserker Mode, not only increases your damage, but if you take a hit while it's active, you don't die. The only downside is your health constantly drains. I avoided this by stuffing my face full of heals like I was sprinting up Death Mountain. The next hour was more side questing and item collections and— holy shit, is that a mech battle? Back to 9S again, I needed to beat the God box. I don't want to bore you with the details, but it took another hour. With all 3 boxes finally done and their key cards acquired, it was time to finally ascend the final tower. Or it would be, if I didn't have a mountain of side quests to do. But first, I needed some levels. There's one final enemy in this game I need to be fairly high level for, so it was time to grind some XP. The fastest way to farm levels in NieR Automata is by defeating this rabbit statue as 9S with some XP chips installed. I couldn't do this at first though, since I was such a low level I did no damage to it, so I farmed the copied city enemies as A2 to go from level 56 to 61. Honestly, my brain was so fried at this point, I barely remember the next 4 hours. It was a blur of fighting the rabbit, killing these desert tanks, killing some golden machines, item farm fishing, and Neil flooding the room with diarrhea, man blow up, selling everything and buying it all back, which somehow made me $4 million. Watching a man
become a better father, husband, and member of his community, striving to become a spiritual leader, a beacon of hope for those he cherishes dearest. Oh, and also
Blow up.
And then the trackers were filled. Ignoring the unit data in one tutorial for now, I was done. Now you may have noticed, even if I do this route's ending, I still come up very short of 26 endings. The truth is, I've been lying to you. Most of these are joke endings you get from some form of failure. A few examples are, ignore the city angles, don't save 9S after Adam, eat a fish, and die. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. But hotter. Fail in the prologue. If you're me, fail for 4 hours straight.
My main goal is to My main goal is to
become a better father, husband, and member of his community, striving to become a spiritual leader, a beacon of hope for those he cherishes dearest. Oh, and also,
blow up.
With most of the endings now done, all I had left was some final unit data farming. The first is this one specific zombified machine in the amusement park during Route C. Next is receiving the unlubed dildo of consequences. From not finding the enhanced reverse jointed Goliath on the first day during Route A, I'd spend 40 minutes saving and reloading until it appeared.
Oh my god!
I also turned on network features in order to collect another player's body to get the last tutorial. And the final units I would need for now were some variations on an enhanced multi-tier machine and a kamikaze flyer. Now, it was finally time to ascend the tower. After fighting through some Yorha androids and fighting through a horde of 2B clones, I just needed to beat a couple of corrupted flight units.
Fuck! That was the last one.
A painful hour later,
Get the fuck out of my mech.
and I was one elevator ride away from finally finishing this run. This part would be a pretty difficult bullet hell, but even if I die, I could just reload and try again. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Just like in the prologue, I would reset after every death. The worst part of it all though, was that any items I used wouldn't be refunded if I died. As I kept trying to beat this segment, I would get weaker and weaker until I had nothing. I had soft locked myself. The checkpoint was the start of the elevator. I couldn't go back and get more heals, which meant I couldn't use Berserker mode to try and survive the onslaught of enemies as A2. No matter what I did, I would die and get sent back to the start. I had no more tricks. This was it. The run was over. Why am I doing all of this? No one would care or even know if I gave up. Maybe I should just give up.
Negative.
Even if barely anyone would see it, my previous viewers were cheering me on. And even if they weren't, I owed it to myself to see this through. But if I didn't have any heals, how could I use B mode? I had been collecting so many items throughout the run, there had to be something that could help me here. And there was. For one final time, the plug-in chips would be the answer. There were two kinds that would make up for my lack of healing items. Deadly heal would restore HP if I defeated an enemy, and offensive heal would restore HP as a percentage of damage I dealt. But even with these lifesteal chips, would it be enough? Could I really get through here? These thoughts quickly vanished from my mind. I was too close to the end to give up. I didn't know when this run would end, but I did know how. It would end the same way it started, with a montage. If you had a keen eye, you might have noticed I only showed you 25 endings. This is truly the last thing to do in the game. One final hacking minigame, but the target this time is the game's credits. This is supposed to be a very powerful part of the game. You fight against their very creators to save these 3 androids. But for most people, it's not possible to do this alone. And especially on very hard mode, where, for the final time, one hit means death. But if you refuse to yield, if you don't stop trying to get to this new horizon, voices will appear. Messages from people who have been here before you, cheering you on. You may never know these people. You may even hate some of them, but every single one of them is telling you not to quit, and eventually you receive their help. You were never alone. But to do so, they gave up everything. In order to help someone else through the credits, you have to delete your save data. And you know what? Even if it meant I would lose all of my quests, every item, every weapon, every piece of lore, and every fish I got over 7 hours, I'm doing it. There were so many times during this run where I would have given up if not for the few rooting for me. And who knows? Maybe I'll be there to help you through your own run. I think I would like that.
Everything that lives is designed to end. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Super Luigi Galaxy.